Good morning, Minister Sousa, Mississauga Board of Trade members and guests, and welcome to the Mississauga Board of Trade's It's in Mississauga Employer Session. My name is Sheldon Lyland, the President and CEO of the Mississauga Board of Trade. It's very encouraging to see you all out on this wonderful, almost summer morning here in Mississauga. We've got professionals and employers representing business, education, the not-for-profit sector, and government as well. For those that are not familiar with the Mississauga Board of Trade, we're the leading business association here in Canada's 6th largest city. And we've got a long and well-established history of leadership in our community and beyond. Our core focuses are policy advocacy, representing the interests of business on policy issues that impact them. And we also deliver a wide diversity of business development programs and services and events like this morning's to help support business growth and development. For numerous years, our organization has been very active on helping to support the employment integration of newcomers. We've helped develop and contributed to policy development at both the Ontario and the Canadian Chambers of Commerce, and we have participated quite extensively in and led numerous initiatives here in our own community. Today's event is one of many activities that we have been offering through our It's in Mississauga program, and if you wonder what It's in Mississauga stands for, it's Internationally Trained and Skilled in Mississauga. And we're promoting the competitive advantage that our community has, given the large, well-educated and talented and qualified pool of immigrants that come to our community to help support not only our economic growth, but the cultural and social vibrancy of Mississauga. I would like to acknowledge the leadership of our board of directors and many community partners that have supported us in this program, some of which are here in the room today. I'd also like to recognize the Government of Ontario that supports this program through the Ontario Chamber of Commerce's Global Experience at Work program. And in particular, I want to recognize our program coordinator, Stephen Isidori. Stephen, if you could just stand up. Stephen is responsible for organizing this morning's program as well as the job fair that's going to occur following this event. We have 40 employers coming today, and we're expecting well over 500 job seekers to be coming through the halls throughout the day today. As I said, we're very fortunate in Canada to attract a large and talented pool of immigrants to our community. But at the same time, newcomers are experiencing significant challenges with employment. All while at the same time, we're hearing from employers one of their major concerns is attracting and retaining skilled workers. So Mississauga Board of Trade is very committed to addressing this gap by providing information, resources, and programming, of course sharing of best practices amongst employers to help support employers to effectively integrate newcomers into their workplaces, and certainly to capitalize on the benefits that newcomers can bring to each of our individual workplaces, but also to our economy. It really does make good business and economic sense. This morning we're extremely honored to have a tremendous speaker, the leader of the immigration file here in our province, speaking to us. And to formally introduce him, please welcome our 2012 Chair of the Mississauga Board of Trade and the President of Solutions for HR Inc., Grant Clark.
Thank you, Sheldon. Minister Charles Sousa was first elected to the Ontario Legislature in 2007, and he was re-elected in 2011 as the MPP for Mississauga South. He currently serves as Ontario's Minister of Citizenship and Immigration and Minister responsible for the 2015 Pan-Para-Pan Am Games. He's also a member of the Treasury Board and Management Board of Cabinet. He's previously served as Minister of Labour and as a member of the Standing Committee on Finance and Economic Affairs. He's also held the positions of Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister of Economic Development and Trade and Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister of Government and Consumer Services. Before joining government, Minister Sousa worked at the Royal Bank of Canada Financial Group for more than 20 years. Prior to working at the bank, He owned and operated a factoring company that offered financial services to small businesses. Minister Sousa graduated from Wilfrid Laurier University with an honors BBA in 1982. In 1991, he completed a fellowship at the Institute of Canadian Bankers. He earned his MBA at the Richard Ivey School of Business at the University of Western Ontario in 1994. He served as a member of the Canadian Chamber of Commerce, the Toronto Board of Trade, and as a director of the American Chamber of Commerce. Minister Sousa is an ambassador for the Credit Valley Hospital Foundation Special Events and past president of the Federation of Portuguese Canadian Business and Professionals. He has helped coordinate charitable events that support community-based organizations such as the United Way, the Rainbow Ball Foundation of Mississauga, and the Community Foundation of Mississauga. His honors include a Queen's Golden Jubilee Medal in recognition of his outstanding achievements and the Order of Merit from the Republic of Portugal. Minister Sousa grew up in South Mississauga and lives in Clarkson with his wife Senny and their 3 children. As you see, Minister Sousa has impressive credentials for the leadership of this portfolio that is so critical to the future economic success and prosperity of our province. He has recently taken the bold step of announcing the creation of a 13-member roundtable expert panel whose aim is to provide strategic advice to the provincial government to create an Ontario immigration strategy that best supports Ontario's economic development and help new immigrants find jobs, thus elevating the immigration file as a priority for Ontario. It is fitting that this comes from a man with deep roots and a history of personal commitment and service to Mississauga, a city that has been a magnet for newcomers and is as ethnically diverse as any community in Canada could be. Please join with me in welcoming my MPP and our Minister of Citizenship and Immigration, the Honourable Charles Sousa.